Hello everyone and welcome to my Words 3215 Lightning Talk assignment. In the following slideshow, I will walk through and explain some key topics from the course along with some accompanying information. The first thing that we will talk about is the SIFT method, which covers how to trace information back to a primary source. Keep in mind, SIFT is an acronym, so let's take a look at what each letter stands for. The first word of the acronym asks us to stop. Here you're going to ask yourself if you know the website or information and make sure that it's trustworthy. Remind yourself what your research goals are and ensure that you're on the right path. Next, the I stands for investigate your source. Know what you're reading before you read it. Don't take all day, but make sure that you're checking on your source to make sure that it is viable for what you are looking for. Next up, we have to find trusted coverage. Make sure that any claim you are finding can be corroborated by a trusted source. Making sure that your sources can be trusted means making sure not to just believe your first source from the jump. Finally, we have the T, which stands for trace claims or media back to the original source. Use the media you are looking at and see where you can trace to the original source. This may alert you to misleading information in the article. In conclusion, using the SIFT method is an easy way to evaluate a source and trace information back to a primary source. SIFT is an acronym that stands for Stop, Investigate Your Source, Find Trusted Coverage, Trace Claims, Quotes, or Media back to the original source. The second topic I would like to discuss is the evaluation of the accessibility of a digital text. Here I will go over the 7 universal design principles accompanied by an accessibility evaluation I did of the Park mobile app used throughout Charlotte. Principle 1 is equitable use. This means that the design is useful to people with diverse abilities. Designs with equitable use are accommodating to different preferences and different abilities. Principle 2 is known as flexibility in use. This means that the design is able to accommodate a very wide range of different users with unique preferences. An example of this could be a design that may contain customizability. Principle 3 describes low physical effort. This means that the design can be used comfortably and efficiently without undue fatigue. It is important to realize that this should apply to a wide range of users with different body types. Principle 4 is size and space for approach. This means that the design has enough space for manipulation, reach, or any form of use relating to users' body size, posture, or mobility. Principle 5 is perceptible information. In the image, you can see where I pointed out the high contrast color choice, which improves readability and reinforces the correct parking number to ensure customers do not pay for the wrong slot. This is an example of perceptible information. Principle 6 is tolerance for error. In the image, you can see where I pointed where the app demonstrates a tolerance for error. Tolerance for error can be seen because the parking number is reinforced on the map. The customer can double check and ensure they are purchasing the correct location. The 7th and final principle is simple and easy to use. This design element of the app I pointed out is the Proceed to Checkout button. The nice high contrast and bold button that directs customers to checkout is very clear and intuitive, making it simple and easy to use. The third and final topic I will discuss is how to create your own accessible and user-friendly designs. To do this, I will go over Don Norman's UX Learning Loop to explain what the UX design process looks like and how to use it to create yourself. The first step of the process is to observe people and find out what pain points or inefficiencies they have in whatever they are doing. After you have found out problems, then you can start to think of solutions to the problems that you may have observed. Once you have identified a problem, then it is time to find a potential solution. This means you are ready for the next step, which is to test. What you build does not have to be a final product, but just some way to test your idea to see if it would improve user experience. The next step is to iterate. Upon testing and testing, you will begin to arrive at more viable solutions. You will need to repeat tests constantly, always finding ways to improve your users' experiences. Finally, the last step is to learn. As you are testing and implementing solutions, there will always be room for improvement, and learning from your users and their experiences with the new ideas you are incorporating is essential to continuing your user-oriented design.